People, what up, man? As y'all can see, we are back with another tier list. It's about time we did another tier list, man. So right here, I got for you guys the Marvel Snap Pool 1 tier list. Y'all know we've been doing our Road to Infinite series in Pool 1 for quite some time now. And now that we're finally finished, man, I feel like, I feel like I have the credentials to rank all of these cards based on how I feel about them in Pool 1 accurately, right? So yeah, man, y'all strap in, sit back, grab a snack, maybe leave me on in the background. And before we even get to it, man, can y'all please leave a like, bro? My goal for this video is 7 likes, and I would greatly appreciate if you guys could help out. So let's get straight into it. But one last thing I do have to note is some of the costs and powers for some of these cards aren't up to date. So I'll just explain the accurate cost and power when I get to talking about each of these cards, man. So let's get straight into it, man. We got S, A, B, C, and Boo Boo. So where do I want to start, man? I think I'm gonna start in Boo Boo, and I know quite a few cards, so I'm gonna just drag all the cards that I think are trash, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you why I think all of these cards should never be on any one of your decks, right? And we might have to add something in, but I think that's it for right now, right? So the Misty, Shocker, Cyclops, and Thing in Pool 1, right? These cards are all trash, and the reason for this is because for each of these cards, there's a better option no matter what type of deck you're running at every single cost, right? These cards have no abilities, and you might argue, there might be a game where you accidentally pull, or you get lucky and they give you a random Patriot, right? They give you a location where it says cards without abilities have +2 power, right? At that point, you have Squirrel Girl, which is better. You know what I mean? You also have Mr. Sinister, which is also better, right? So you really don't want to use any of these cards. These are really a waste of a turn, a waste of an opportunity to synergize with something better, right? So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get those out of the way right now, man. But up next, I guess I could just go down the line. I might move them around as I talk about them. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with Angel. Oh no, we gotta add one more to Boo Boo. Where is he at? Boo out to yeah, trash. But yeah, let's start with Angel, man. So Angel, here's the thing. This Destroy isn't a really strong. It's not a really strong strategy in this pool, right? Your only 2 Destroy cards are Carnage and Deathlock, so you're not really gonna be able to, power up your Wolverine to the fullest extent. And you're not gonna be able to, use other cards that aren't available like Death, Venom to synergize with this deck. But the reason why I didn't put him in trash Boo Boo tier, man, is because he can very rarely actually come to help you out, right? So you might stack up a lane with let's say Mr. Sinister, Wolverine. You go ahead and use Carnage right there. You get the +6 on your Carnage, so you got an 8 power Carnage. Then your Angel flies in, that's 2 more power, that's 10 power on a location, right? But yeah, like I said, I gotta put him in C because Destroy isn't that great of a archetype at this point, and all of these other 1-cost cards do a lot better job of fitting into different archetypes, right? So let me talk about Ant-Man, for example. I think Ant-Man is probably an A or S tier card. I might move him up, and the reason why is because it's very easy to fill up locations in Pool 1 decks, right? So you have your Mr. Sinister, you have a lot of different 1-cost cards that you're going to be able to play, and you don't have to worry about them getting destroyed because there's no Killmonger, right? So you're going to have a lot of different opportunities to fill up all your spots to get your Ant-Man to a 1-cost 4-power card. On top of that, he synergizes really well with cards like Spectrum, right? With cards like where's Onslaught, Spectrum, Blue Marvel, Khazar. It's just really strong, man. Your only 2 counters are really Elektra and Enchantress. So I'm gonna put Ant-Man in A. Right, I'm gonna put Ant-Man in A, bro. Now Blade. Blade might either be a high C or low B in my opinion. Reason why is because kind of similar to Angel, um, Destroy, well, like I said, Destroy isn't really a great archetype in this pool, but I also want to say that neither is neither is Discard, which Blade is a part of, right? You really only want to play Blade on discard decks. So, if you're not discarding your Apocalypse, it's not that great. However, you do get that 3 power, so let's say, you don't want to play Apocalypse or something on the last turn, and instead you play like a 5 cost card and your Blade, Blade might be a little bit better for that. But for right now, I'm gonna put him in B. He might be a low B or high C, but yeah, we gonna continue. Right, we're gonna continue to talk about him and probably move him around as we get through this, right? So up next, I got Electra, man. This is probably the only pool where Electra is actually a good card, right? She's the only destroy your opponent card, right? Obviously, we know Killmonger. Pretty much, as soon as you get access to him in pool 2, there's really no reason to use Electra. So, I mean, there's that, but she can really clutch you out at the end of the game, right? So let's say you let your opponent, play their 1 cost cards. You wait till turn 6, you play Electra plus another 5 cost, right? So it might be something like Gamora, Blue Mark, any 5 cost card, right? And that can really swing the game over in your favor. So I got to put Electra in A, man. All of these 1 cost cards are boosted by Khazar, so they can be, so they're they all have some pretty good value, right? But yeah, I'm gonna put Electra in A. Hawkeye, I like Hawkeye. I'm using him on my deck to get to Infinite, but he might be a high B or low C at this point. He you got the one cost 4 power because of his ability, right? He really fits onto any archetype. You know what? Like I said, I'm gonna move him around. I'm gonna move these around at the end, but for now, I'm gonna just put Hawkeye in B. He's definitely better than all of these cards, right? So there's that. Iron Fist. I'm gonna put him above Blade, below Hawkeye. Hawkeye fits into every archetype. All 3 of these cards can fit into every archetype. Iron Fist only fits on move archetype, and really your only options for move at this point is you have to have Iron Fist, Multiple Man, Hulkbuster, and Heimdall, right? So you're really limited, right? You can't really make a full move deck. And Nightcrawler and obviously you got Nightcrawler and Kraven as well, but you can't really make a full move deck at this point, right? So it's not that great of an archetype. It is slightly better than this card because you're not worried about losing your cards, right? So you can still do some cool stuff with Iron Fist, right? You play them on turn 1, you get Multiple Man on turn 2, so you really get like 6 more points, right? So he's pretty good in that sense, but like I said, I feel like he's really limited to the move deck. Obviously, there's those games where you might have cards can't be played here location on the left. So you play your Iron Fist in the middle, you play your whatever your next card is in the middle, it moves over to the left. But I gotta put him in B because like I said, he's limited, and there's only very niche scenarios where he's like really good, right? So up next we got Korg. His ability's okay. I think I'd probably put him above Blade. Like I said, man, Blade is really limited. Korg, you could put him on any team, but there's always a better choice. Except Misty and Angel, he's probably better than both of those. But here's the thing about Korg, he gives your opponent a rock, but since Khazar is such a big deal, sometimes a rock is actually helpful for your opponent. And especially with cards like Ant-Man and Wolfsbane, sometimes you really don't mind the rock like that. So it's really not that big of a deal, honestly. But he's okay, man. I gotta put him in B. Mantis, they changed her, right? So she's not a 1-2 anymore. She's a 2-3. I actually think Mantis is I actually think all of the Guardian cards in this pool are really good. So she's 2-3, and honestly, bro, sometimes being able to steal your opponent's card can make all the difference, right? Because you might be relying on a certain type of card to pull to be able to get your strategy off that you're running. And if that gets taken with Mantis, bro, it's tough. I can't put her in S though, because you do have to predict where your opponent is gonna play, and since there are a lot of bots in pool one, it's really hard to do that at times, except for like on the last turn. But yeah, man, she's really good. I think she deserves to be an A. Crawler, man, I think Crawler is an S. I think Crawler is an S, man. So here's the thing: he fits in with move decks. He fits in on every deck, right? But it's really valuable to be able to move your card, especially in pool one, because let's say you have your Crawler at a location where you're losing. To be able to simply move 2 more points over to another spot is huge. On top of that, right, there's games where you get the when you play a card here, add a copy to another location, so you get to play 2 night crawlers, move that one, so you get to play more cards on that location. I feel like Nightcrawler is extremely versatile, extremely useful. Obviously, like I said, every one cost card works great with Khazar. So you don't even have to. I really don't have to explain that for all of these. But yeah, man, I feel like Nightcrawler is the most versatile one cost card. If not the most versatile one cost card. And I think he deserves to be an S, bro. 1-2 is really good as well, man. Up next though, we got Nova. I'm kind of conflicted about Nova. You only have 2 opportunities to destroy him, and that's with Carnage and Deathlock, right? If you destroy him with Deathlock, you really only want Wolverine as the other card there. I think I'll put him in C, man. I don't think Destroy is that great in pool 1. Obviously, it can sway the game completely in your favor if you get it on the last turn. But at that point, you have to have Carnage. You have to use Carnage. You cannot use Deathlock on the last turn, because you're going to be getting rid of the other cards at that location, right? How many times it's so easy to fill up locations in this game, bro, and you're not going to be able to. There's going to be such rare conditions where you only have Nova as the only card at the spot, because just the nature of pool 1 is like I said, it's too easy to fill up multiple locations. And yeah, man, I'm gonna just put Nova as C, right? I'm not gonna go too much into it. Quicksilver, I mean, he's literally the middle of the road. I might as well put him and Domino. They're really just here to guarantee that you pull something, right? They're really just here to guarantee that you pull something. They don't have any special abilities. They don't really do anything better than that. But that's reliable, right? Just having something. They don't, right? Like I said, they don't have any ups or downs. So I guess they deserve to go in the middle. And I don't really gotta talk about those, right? Rocket Raccoon, I'm gonna put Rocket in A as well. Having that 1-4 is really good. And although, like I said, it's kind of hard to predict where the bots are gonna play, to be able to boost your power is huge. On top of that, right, he works great, especially on reveal decks when you get Odin. So you could really get him all the way up to 1-6. So yeah, man, I'm gonna put Rocket in A. Squirrel Girl, this is the other S rank one cost card. We know she got buffed to 1-2, but simply put, her potential for power out of every one cost card is the highest, right? Because you have the two power squirrel girl, and then you got the 2 1 power squirrels, right? So that's 4 without any buffs. You add Khazar to that, that's 7. right? Let's say you get Onslaught. You know what I mean? That's 3 more. So she has so much power potential, especially if you get her on first turn. She usually gives you the the card reveal advantage because you're more than likely gonna be winning more locations after you play her on the first turn than your opponent is. Right? She enables good cards like Ant-Man and where's Wolfsbane, also Ironheart, right? So she's just really good, man. Nothing bad about Squirrel Girl. Fits on every deck, whether that be Destroy, to power up your Carnage even more, right? You got an on reveal deck where you could throw her down. You could throw Odin down behind her, get some more squirrels for a couple extra points, bro. Just really solid, bro. Nothing really bad to say about her. Yondu, I'm gonna put Yondu probably at the same. All the Guardians cards, I feel like they're all really good, man. Pretty much the same as Mantis, except he doesn't rely on playing at the same spot as your opponent, right? Getting rid of one of their cards is always good, right? That's never gonna be a bad ability. So Yondu, I mean, he has to go in A for that just alone. He doesn't really fit into any archetype, but you could just throw him on any deck and he'll get the job done for you, bro. He might even be higher than that, honestly. I think I put him like right there. Maybe, well, like I said, we'll come back at the end and see what's up. Angela. Now, Angela isn't really that great in Pool 1. I feel like on top of that, they nerfed her so many times. I know that her power isn't it like 2/2 and she gets +1 every time. So really, I mean, she probably has a very high potential out of all the 2-cost cards. Probably has the highest power potential because you could do Nightcrawler, you could do Hulkbuster, right? But at that point, you're only really focusing on one location, and I mean, I feel like she doesn't she doesn't really fit. I mean, you could throw her on any team just like you could do Nightcrawler, but I don't know, man. I just feel like in my personal experience going against Angela's in Pool 1, I haven't really struggled, right? So I'm gonna just put her right there. Armor, as crazy as this may seem, bro, I think armor is not good in Pool 1, bro. Because Destroy sucks, there's really no reason to run armor, but let's say you do run her, you can always power her up with Spectrum, but that's it, man. But at that point, you might as well use Colossus, and I'm gonna talk about Colossus when we get to him. But yeah, I don't think armor is that great. There's really no reason to run her, and on top of that, she more than likely benefits your opponent because you really only probably want to play her at a location where it says cards that will be played or get destroyed, and then you're allowing your opponent to play there as well. So it's too niche. It's too niche in Pool 1, but yeah, we all know after Pool 1, armor is an S tier card, so don't even worry about it, bro. Okay, well, they changed them to 3/4. Same thing as Mantis, Yondu. You know what I mean? Taking one of your opponent's cards is just huge. On top of that, works really good with Devil Dinosaur. So, I mean, it's nothing bad. He might even be an S tier, honestly. Might even be an S tier. I think I'll put him in S. It's literally nothing bad about the card, and you can put him on any deck, right? So we got him in S. Carnage. Let's see. So I feel like Carnage is probably like the top of B. He only works on Destroy, but if not Angela, he has the highest potential for for power for a 2-cost card, right? Outside of like a Hulkbuster boosted multiple man or something like that. You know what? Actually, bro, Carnage ain't that good, man. Carnage ain't that good. I don't know. He's just going in the middle somewhere. Like I said, Destroy isn't really that strong, but I mean, if you are gonna run him, you have to add Carnage, right? You have to add Carnage. Colossus, I'm gonna put Colossus in S. Reason why? is because this card, you know, fits great with the Spectrum decks, right? But also this card can win you games by itself, because let's say you get one of the locations where it lowers the power for all the cards played there. Colossus is unaffected. It destroys the cards, the cards that are played there. Colossus is unaffected, right? So it's huge, man. Fits great into everything. I mean, except for destroy decks, but like I said, destroy is weak, and it can, like I said, it can really save you games all by itself. So I'm gonna put them right there. Forge, I'm gonna put Forge in I'm gonna put Forge in A. Yeah, probably like right next to Ant-Man is really good. He's 1/1 now, we already know that, and he gives your next card +2 power. Works really good with Mr. Sinister, Multiple Man. You can fit him on a variety of different decks. He works great with every card, right? Boosting any card +2 power is huge, but I mean, those two cards in particular benefit the most. Nothing bad about him. You could throw him on Destroy. You could throw him on any archetype at this point, and he'll do a good job for you, right? So I'm gonna just put him in A, the top of A. Craven isn't really that good. He could probably go behind Carnage, right? Move decks are very similar to Destroy decks, if not even worse than Destroy decks at this point, because you don't have a lot of the cards that you need, right? So let's say you do move something. Probably the only times you're gonna be able to power up your Craven is by moving your Nightcrawler over there, and then by moving your Multiple Man where Craven is, right? So you can really most often only power him up a max of 2 times, right? And if you're running a move deck, you're already playing an unoptimal strategy, so I gotta put him in B, right? Lizard's really interesting, man. Lizard, we know he's 2/5 now. Thing about Lizard, why I'm gonna put him in A, is because you bait your opponent to play where he is, right? Allowing yourself to focus on the other 2 lanes, right? So you could put a Lizard all by itself, and if they don't fill up that lane, it's gonna be 2/5, which is naturally the highest power 2-cost card we have at this point, right? So that's really good. On top of that, you can always boost them with Spectrum, and you can also use them with Enchantress to counter ongoing strategies, which is probably the best strategy that you could use at this point, right? So I honestly, bro, all that said, I think I could probably put Lizard I think I can probably put Lizard in S. Like I said, we're gonna readjust everything, but yeah, man, Lizard's really good. Same thing with Medusa, bro. You're only gonna really play her at the middle, but ongoing, I think probably the second best strategy that you could use at this point. And you're always gonna be able to, or you're most likely always gonna be able to boost her 3 more with Odin on the last turn in the middle, right? Only really countered by Cosmo, and you're most likely gonna have a 2-cost 5-power card every time, right? So there's really no reason to put her any lower. Mr. Sinister, another really good card, man. Like I said, you can run him on Destroy, you can run him on move decks. Obviously he benefits most from cards like Forge, from cards like let's say you get a or he helps out cards like Carnage, right? Carnage, Ant-Man, Wolfsbane. I think he's really good. I'm gonna just put him in A. I didn't really use him in my climb, but I think he's still good, and you could probably fit him onto anything. Multiple Man is another really good card. He's honestly probably the best move card that you could use at this point, which is kind of weird to say, because he relies on Ant-Man, I mean on Iron Fist and Craven and Hulkbuster, but let's say you do multiple man plus Hulkbuster, right? That's a 2/8, and then on the last turn you get Heimdall, so that's 16 power out of a 2-cost card. That's huge. I'm actually gonna move him up for that. Like I said, at the end we're gonna readjust everything, but really good, bro. Really good. Scarlet Witch. I gotta put her in the middle next to Quicksilver and Domino. The thing is, because Scarlet Witch can help or hurt you, right? So that's that. She doesn't really fit. I mean, she can fit on any deck, but it's always a gamble using this card. But it more than likely is gonna work in your favor. But like I said, man, it's a gamble, so I can't really put her higher than B. Sentinel. Let's see where I want to put Sentinel. I want to put Sentinel probably like right here. Reason why, he works great with Devil Dinosaur, and he's going to allow that, he's going to make sure, let me put him a little bit higher. He's going to allow you to, let me move multiple man down as well. He's going to allow you to always have a card to play no matter what, which is great, right? So honestly, bro, we could probably put him up here for right now. Star-Lord, I'm gonna just put all the Guardians cards in A. They all do the same thing, right? Where's Groot at? Right, where's Groot at? Except Gamora, I might put her in S. But I mean, these cards all do the same thing, bro. Just give you a slight advantage, right? But you have to predict. Except for Yondu, you don't. So they all deserve to pretty much be in the same spot. Let's see who we got. Wolverine. Wolverine is pretty cool, man, because he works on the destroy and the discard archetype, right? So right, he's very useful in that sense. But like I said, both of those archetypes pretty much suck at this point in the game. And he's not 2/3, you guys. We know he's 2/2 right now. But yeah, I gotta put him like in the middle of the road just because of that, bro. But after this pool Wolverine, we already know he gets a lot better, right? We already know that. Bishop, I don't think Bishop is really that good. In Bishop or Angela, let me move Angela down here. I don't think they're really that great in pool 1, because you don't have cards like Beast, you don't have cards like Falcon, Kitty Pryde, and those are really the main, or Sarah. And those are really the main cards that enable these two. So you really can't work with these. I mean, you could do like a Bishop team with all 1-cost cards, but at that point you're sacrificing so many other better strategies. So you really don't want to play Bishop, bro. On top of that, he's not 3/2 anymore. He's 3/1, right? So we hold him in low regard, bro. We hold him in low regard. Let me move armor above them. Captain America. I think he's really good, man. I think Captain America is really good in pool 1. Outside of pool 1, he sucks. He's trash. But he's kind of like Blue Marvel Jr., bro. And that's why I gotta put him at A. I think Blue Marvel is S. We gonna talk about Blue Marvel when we get to him. But Blue Marvel Jr. could go in A for that. You feel me? You can offset Lizard's ability. Let's put him up here. I don't think he's worse than these two. Cosmo, S tier. I don't think I really need to explain. She stops the second best strategy, which is on reveal. Synergizes with Spectrum. Allows you to play Onslaught. Allows you to play Ant-Man. Mr. Fantastic. All of those cards. Nothing bad about Cosmo. Probably one of, if not the best pool 1 card, and will stay that way outside of pool 1, right? Up next we got Deathlock. Trash, bro. Like I said, man, Deathlock really only works. I mean, you got Wolverine, you got Nova. That's it. On top of that, if you're destroying more than Nova at a location, then you're doing it wrong, bro. You're losing points. So he might even go in boo-boo, honestly, bro. But we just gonna put him right there for now. We'll readjust at the end, like I said, bro. Doctor Strange, didn't they change him to 2/3 instead of 3/2? I forgot about him for the move deck. We could just put him like right next to multiple man. Like I said, move isn't really that strong, but I mean, you could do some cool stuff. Like I said, you do a you do. Let's just talk about Hulkbuster with them as well. You do multiple man, Hulkbuster, Doctor Strange, and then Heimdall. But I mean, that's the limit. But if you do get all that off, right, you're gonna end up with a lot of points. But it's very hard to get, you know, that sequence off. Especially one, because you might not pull every card you need in the order that you need, and two, because cards like Cosmos stop that from happening. And you know, the locations is just it's really easy to get unlucky with move, bro. So you really don't want to play it, man. Ironheart, S tier. Giving 3 cards +2 is huge. On top of that, since she works so great with Odin, which basically means that you're giving what's that 12 points out. It's crazy, bro. She deserves to be S rank, and y'all should know why just based off of that. Lady Sif, 3/5. More than likely, she will always boost your Apocalypse. 3/5 is really good. I forgot to mention they buffed Hulkbuster to 3/5. I'm gonna put her probably like right here. Probably like right here. Only reason why I put her or you know what? Let's put her like right here. Only reason why I can't put her in A is because she only works with Apocalypse, right? So, I mean, there's that. Mr. Fantastic, S tier. 6 points. You get your Onslaught off, right? That's +2 more on each side. So that's what? 2, 4, 4. That's 10 points. Deserves to go at the top. 10 points from one card plus like a little combo that you could do. And you know, just spreading power with these 3 cards is very good. It's very good. Morph, I'm gonna put him like where Quicksilver and yeah, because it's a gamble. Like I said, man. Same, actually, probably could go next to Scarlet Witch. These cards are probably all the same. I mean, these have no highs, no lows, and these are gambles, right? So they're probably just as good as these two, right? I don't really want to talk about Morph. I don't like that card. Punisher, bro. I think Punisher is really good. I think Punisher is really good now, especially since they buffed him to 3/3, because he let's say you play Lizard and Punisher. Let me put him in S tier actually. Let's say you put Lizard and Punisher at the same spot, right? That you're making up all the points that you lose if they play all their cards at that location. So it's really good, man. On top of that, they both work with Spectrum. I should have gave that a try, honestly, but I didn't. But I mean, that's the reason why they're good, man. I don't really want to go too much in depth on Punisher, but he's pretty much good for the same reason that Lizard is good. Swordmaster, 3/6, which is the strongest card, the strongest 3-cost card naturally. But you're getting rid of one of your cards. If it's not Apocalypse, you're losing out. So I'm gonna just put him like in the middle. Put him a little. Like I said, we'll readjust. I'll just put him right here for right now. Wolfsbane, I think Wolfsbane is really good. I think she's probably just as great as Ant-Man. They pretty much do the same thing. And if you play Wolfsbane on reveal deck, right, you could get that extra what is it, six points, because you're gonna be doubling it with Odin. So I mean, it's just really good, man. Enchantress stops the best strategy at this point, which is the ongoing strategy. And I mean, the only problem is you can only play one Enchantress, but even if you don't use her to stop the opponent's ongoing strategy, you can use her to you know, cancel out your lizard debuff, right? And she's 4/5 now, so she's pretty good, man. Not that much to say about her, but we know she's a great card, man. Jessica Jones. I'm put Jessica Jones. Like all of these cards that have conditions to boost, I think they're all great. So I'm gonna just put them all A. 4-9 is insane, right? The only problem is you give your opponent a chance to overpower you in that location. So that it's kind of like a drawback because of that. But I mean, Jessica Jones is I mean, she's just very strong, right? Because what is she like 4 or 5, and then you get that +4, yeah. So it's really good card, man. Up next we got Khazar. Actually, Khazar might be the best because there's so many one-cost cards that cannot be destroyed because Killmonger does not exist at this point, and 4/4 is really good, man, because it allows you to play like Khazar plus 2 more one-cost cards on the last turn, and if that's a Squirrel Girl, right, that's a really strong last turn, right? So I mean, Khazar is really good, fits on every deck, except I mean every good deck, right? So not destroy, not discard, and I mean you're never going to. You will always benefit from having Khazar on your deck, no matter what, right? You will always benefit. Moon Girl works best with Devil Dinosaur. You could do some tricky stuff with her to get like 2 Blue Marvels, 2 Iron Mans, any 2 5-cost cards. I'ma just put her like, she's really good. I didn't use her ranking up, but I'm gonna put her like right here. Put her like right there, right? Namor, 4-11, so 4-6 plus 5. Use Namor and then you use Claw, you're going to win that location. Put him just slightly above Jessica Jones, and because he's stronger than Jessica Jones, and you know he fits on a better archetype of a deck, which is ongoing. So you use your Claw, you use your Onslaught, use your Spectrum. More than likely, bro, if you have a Namor by itself, it's probably gonna win the match for you, right? Up next we got Strong Guy. They changed him to 3/3. I don't know what they could do to make this card good, but Strong Guy is still bad, bro. He fits with Spectrum. He does not fit with discard decks. Because I mean he does, but I just think, look, man, because there's no Dracula, right? So if you discard, you're gonna be able to you might be able to empty your hand. I don't know, man. Strong Guy just never does it, in my opinion. I probably lost to a Strong Guy in one of the vids, but 1 out of like 40 plus in one match. You feel me? So like, I don't hold Strong Guy in high regard at all, bro. White Queen, like I said, man, there's no reason to use a card like a Thing when a card like White Queen exists. 4/6 is really good. Copying your opponent's strongest card is really good. I'm gonna just put her, where do I have Cable? I'm gonna put her like right here, probably above. Probably like right next to Cable, honestly, because that's just a really great ability, man. Now we at the 5-cost card, so we got Obama, Big Abomination. So looking at all the other 5-cost cards, Abomination sucks, right? He's only better than Professor X. Every other 5-cost card has more utility than Abomination. So because of that, I gotta put him in C. You don't want Abomination on your deck, but he's not as bad as these because he's stronger than the other 5-cost cards, right? So he's not going at the bottom simply for having slightly more strength, but his usability is way worse. Blue Marvel, him and Khazar are pretty much the same. Throw Blue Marvel on anything, it will benefit you no matter what, and that's all I have to say about it. Devil Dinosaur, I'm putting probably the top of, yeah, we gonna have to readjust, y'all. I put him like right there for now. Devil Dinosaur is obviously a great card, but like I said, man, we gonna readjust everything at the end, bro. Cause it's kind of starting to look a little bit iffy right here, bro. Iron Man. I mean Gamora. Really great on the last turn because you get to play her for 12 power, because on the last turn you more than likely know where your opponent needs to or will or should play. Right, so there's gonna be 12 and then you play her with a 1-cost card. That's a lot of points, man. That's a lot of points. I'm gonna put her like right there. Iron Man, he's cool. He fits great on ongoing decks. The problem is I feel like you run Blue Marvel and Claw over Iron Man every time, right? I feel like you do that, so I'm gonna put him like right here, like right there, yeah. And Claw, I'm gonna put Claw in S, cause you, like I said, you run Blue Marvel and Claw if you're gonna use an ongoing deck, no matter what. Professor X is trash in this. Lockdown is cool because it enables the other Guardians, but since he's 5/1 now, it's like, and because you don't have access to Daredevil, like it's no reason to use Professor X at this point. Spider-Woman, even though I didn't use Spider-Woman, I have to acknowledge that she's really good. I lost some really close games to Spider-Woman where I'm like, there's no way I can lose this, and then they throw down Spider-Woman because I didn't consider it, right? She has the same, they buffed her to 8, so she's 5/12, or that's her potential is 5/12. Even higher or even more points because you could get Odin. But yeah, man, Spider-Woman's just a great card. White Tiger, I think all the 5-cost cards are really good, or most of them except for like Abomination and Professor X. Honestly, America Chavez, they nerfed, or they completely changed her to a 2/3 card. I think she's probably okay. She's probably okay. She could fit onto any deck, right? But I feel like there's most likely a better option, but she's a good option. She's not a bad option like these cards, so she could go in the middle, right? Apocalypse, I don't think Apocalypse is S tier. Honestly, I'm gonna put him like above. Let's see, man. It's getting difficult right here. You know what? Let me put him like right here for now. Heimdall, I'm gonna just put him and Apocalypse literally the exact same. The Hulk, I think the Hulk is actually probably the worst of the 6-cost cards, but he's still alright. The strongest card you could play at this point. I'm gonna just put all 3 of these guys right there. I feel like they're all worse than these 3 at this point, right? Because they buff Spectrum. So I'm gonna put these like at the top, and then Spectrum could probably go a little bit lower, right? So this is what we got. Hold on, let me just readjust everything because we got a little bit of time, man. Let me just go from the bottom up and see what I really think before we finalize this, bro. So the boo-boo tier, man. I think all of these cards suck. We could probably, honestly, bro, let's move Angel down, man. Nah, let's keep Angel. All right, so that's accurate, right? C tier. So pretty much the cards that you most likely are never going to use, or they're not really useful. I think this is probably good. Honestly, I could probably move Quicksilver and Domino down here, right? They're probably not that great. I think that's accurate, y'all. Hold on. We could probably move Blade up a little bit. Morph is good. Let's see. Hulkbuster could probably go up 1 to A. And then I got way too much in S. We gonna have to move some down, yeah. We have to move some down. Actually, let's put Hulkbuster like the top of we gonna redo A because I'm moving a lot of these down. Sentinel could come down here. Colossus could come down here. Blue Marvel Jr. could come down here. You could come down here. Let's see what else. White Queen could probably come down here right next to Cable. Punisher could come down here. Yeah, we gonna move Punisher down here. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. I think Yondu could probably move. No, Yondu's good, right? Let's see. Let's see. I feel like all of these cards deserve to be an A. And then lastly, we got S, right? Lizard can probably move down. All right, Lizard could probably move down. Enchanters could move way up. I'm kind of putting it in order, but I'm just trying to, you know, make sure everything looks good, right? Let's see, Devil Dinosaur. I think he could move like right there. I think all of these, I think this top 5 is accurate. I think this is accurate right here. This top 5. We got these cards. Maybe we should put most of these in A, honestly. I'm gonna keep Squirrel Girl and Nightcrawler in S rank. And actually, yeah, I think the only card I want to move down is probably White Tiger. I think I move White Tiger down. I think the rest of these deserve to be an S. I think these are all the best cards you can use in pool 1, right? And let me move Ant-Man up a little bit. And I think that's it, y'all. I think we got a tier list, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like I said, bro, I did a whole series on pool 1, so I feel like I got some pretty good insights, some pretty good accurate takes on this. But if y'all disagree, let me know in the comments, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.